Hi, my name is Horion Gracie. I'm hoping that you have spent enough time practicing the moves of the basics as well as the intermediate series that by now they're second nature to you. This is very important because if I were to show you too many moves at one time, although it may impress you, it would not be the best way to teach you. Since I'm not here to impress you but to teach you right, I have prepared this advanced series with the idea of continuing your systematic and efficient way of progressing in the art of Jiu Jitsu. I'll see you in the mat. We're now going to show you some quick ways to finish a fight. Royce, why don't you demonstrate some of those moves that you like so much?
Okay, so from here, I want to step in, leg comes up, sit down, spin, go for the arm lock.
Hold on tight, please.
So I want to step in, leg comes up. I want to sit straight down, rotate. Make sure that you do not let go of his elbow. Hold on to the cloth behind the elbow. Can't pull away. The legs, hook your legs on his back. Let go of the collar, hold his wrist. Squeeze straight up. Step in, leg comes up, sit straight down. Make sure that you don't sit with your shoulders back so you don't bang your back on the ground. So I'm gonna sit straight down, rotate. Don't sit here, but climb up. Hold the wrist.
Inside your legs one time. Next one from this side. 1, 2.
Sit straight down, spin. The hand on the elbow stays on the elbow.
So he can't pull away. You want this one? Okay. All right. Next move.
Another arm lock. I might go for the hook. The leg here, try to throw him back. He might resist, taking me down. I want to sit down, bring the knee inside. Leg comes over.
If the guy resists with it.
So I'm gonna come in, try to take down. He resists. As I fall, make sure the knee don't come behind the elbow, but in front of the arm. Leg comes over. Again, keep my hip up. Don't let go of his elbow. Hook the leg on his back. Now the hand holds his wrist and I squeeze it straight up. So I'm going to try to do a takedown. He resists. Sit down, leg comes over. Of course, I don't want to do these moves from here. I back away from him. I need the space so I can step in, so I can set up. Sit down, spin. Hold the wrist.
Wait, talk to me again about the space, Royce. What do you mean?
If I do it from here, it's gonna feel awkward for me to sit down.
Oh, there's not much space between
Too
the legs.
close. So I need to back away a little bit. Now I step in. Shoot, sit down, catch.
One last time from this side, please. So he pushes you back, falls right into it.
The knee comes inside and the leg comes over. Keep your legs tight, trapping his arm.
Hugging the leg, yes. Okay.
Another arm lock here. Very similar to the first one. Yes, We walk around. He grabs my foot. He'll start to lift my leg up. I'll let him pick my leg up. I'll sit down and spin, go for the arm lock. Again, never let go of his arm. Okay. Hip comes up. Hook your legs on his back. So walking around, he pick up my foot. I'll sit down, go for the arm. The idea of this, not just this one, but the first one, is as he's trying to pick up my leg, if for some reason something goes wrong, he's inside of my guard. Okay?
Yeah.
As I'm sitting down, I always keep that in mind.
If worst comes to worst, you still have the guy in your guard.
It's not a dangerous move to try at all. If he gives me the arm, I'll take it.
But if for some reason the guy catch your leg and you lose it here,
He's inside of my guard.
got it.
Same thing like the first one. When I step in and I sit down, if he comes with me, he's inside of my guard. It's not a dangerous move to try.
Let's do the one catching the foot from this angle here, please. So if the guy dives in for the leg, lifts you up.
So sit down and I spin.
Yeah, the trick is to keep the weight on the back of the neck so that the guy can't get away. Check this out. So my I can't get away. It holds me down, and then the hand.
Not like this. Bring the leg down.
Lift your head up, your leg up. The guy can break away and pull the arm away. If you do this, oh, it's stuck. Hold the wrist. Right.
Another one here. Now I'm gonna go for the left arm. So I'll hold the cloth. Okay? So I'm gonna cross my hand. Again, I need the space. Step, leg comes up, sit down, spin. I'm gonna cross hand. Hold it.
See that grip again? Got it. So you just go from underneath, you grab it. Yes.
Hold it. I need the space. I step up one, leg comes up. Step up, leg comes up. Step, leg comes up. Sit down, spin.
I can't pull the arm away because the arm is stuck in here. Again, clamp the legs on the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, those moves are very surprising. Your opponent don't expect. He think that he's going on top of your guard, inside the guard. But last minute you pull an arm lock on him.
Yeah.
From here, I want to switch. I want to loosen up his collar. Switch the grip. Don't make it uncomfortable on his neck, because you're telegraphing the move.
Do not move away from it.
But make it very comfortable, very loose on his neck. Very loose on his neck. I'm gonna come in close to him, head down on his shoulder. I'm going to bug his foot. Call attention for his foot. This hand, now that he don't see it, he's gonna sneak underneath everything. Excuse me for a second. He's gonna sneak underneath everything. When I get here, I push both hands in. Okay, so don't keep this grip, but this grip here is just to loosen up the collar for the second hand to come inside. Push both hands in to get the choke. So over here, I'm gonna open up his collar. I switch the grip. Bring the hand across, very loose, very comfortable on his neck. I'll come in close to him. If I stay away, he sees my hand coming underneath. He will use his hand to stop my hand from coming in. Okay? So I'll come in close to him, like I want to rest on his shoulder. Take his foot, take his foot. Now the hand is starting to sneak underneath everything. From here I want to push both hands in. Step on his feet, sit down, cross the legs.
Why do you step on his foot? That's what I want to know.
Because if I don't, he'll land with his knee on my groin.
I see. It's a good reason to step on his foot, I guess.
If I just sit back,
Yeah.
his knee will come right into the groin.
I got you. Make sure you step on his foot then. Hand goes in.
Hand comes in. This way, please.
Way in.
Head down. Okay, the arm is in front of his face over here, so he can see very light. It's a very sneaky move.
The idea of kicking the foot, of course, is to make him think about defending the base. Make
him think about the base. Hand comes in. Step on his feet, sit down. Of course, like we saw the choke before, turn your wrist.
Yeah, with the blade.
Squeeze it, bring him into your chest.
I've seen plenty of the choke on the intermediate series, you know, like, they know that one.
Good. Loosen up the collar, loosen up the collar. Make it comfortable on him. Head comes down. Take his foot, slide. Make it comfortable on him. Head comes down. Take his foot, slide the second hand underneath. Make sure to push both hands in. Step on his feet, sit down. If the opponent goes for the hip throw, I want to block his hip with my hand on his hip. Okay? And turn, keep facing him. Back up my hip. Okay? From here, one hand, give the collar to the other. First I block his hip so he can't get in for the throw. One hand, give the collar to the other. Don't pull the collar because it's going to be tight for me to get in. But instead, give the collar so my tongue can come in. Underneath his chin, don't squeeze across his head, but bring the elbow underneath his neck. Okay, so from here he decides to go for the hip throw. He comes around, I'll block his hip. Stay facing him. One hand, give the collar to the other. Push the collar up. He's going to be holding my arm, so don't come this way, but instead come in this way. Okay, instead try to go around over his head much longer, come in this way. Elbow underneath.
And again,
the elbow comes underneath his chin.
yeah, Royce is making sure to put the blade of the arm on the back of the neck, huh? Yes, very good.
Throw, stop him. From here, I can always sit down and squeeze the choke. Go to the hip throw or block. Okay? One hand give the collar to the other. Feed the collar. Hand sneaks inside. Sit down, bring him inside your guard. Keep him close to you. if the guy keep the head down, okay, as I pull him into me, I only step, his head's going that way, I'll step the opposite side, okay, rest my shoulder on top of his neck. So from here, he's tired, he's keeping his head too low, I want to step into him and rest my shoulder on top of him. Now one hand, give the collar to the other hand. I want to bring the wrist underneath his neck. Hold his arm and squeeze it straight up. One more time, please. So from here, he's down. I want to step into him and pull him on the same time. Rest my shoulder on top of his neck. One hand, fix the collar to the other. Hold his arm. Squeeze it straight up. So his head is down. Okay. I'm going to step into him and pull. Rest my shoulder on top of his neck. Get my base. One hand, fix the collar to the other. Control his arm and squeeze it straight up. So from here, step in, rest on top of his neck, adjust my base, fix the collar, hold his arm, squeeze straight up. We also can go for a foot lock from here. I want to step in inside of his leg. I want to step inside of his leg and sit right next to his foot so I can wrap his leg. So from here, I want to step way inside of his leg and sit down right next to his foot. Both legs come up on the same time. Once I sit down, both legs come in. Okay? I'm going to start to push his knee to let him fall. Adjust the foot lock. So from here, I need the distance. I'm going to step in. One. Shoot this leg inside. Okay. Sit down. Foot comes in, foot on his knee. As soon as I sit down, both legs come up. Start to push him down. Adjust his foot like we saw in the previous tape. Hold the wrist, hold the shin. Squeeze the foot. One, two. 1, 2. Both legs come up.
Kind of hold on to him too, huh, Hoist?
Yes. Step in, catch my balance, and shoot the leg all the way in. Sit down. Start to push the knee. Once he falls down, go for the foot. And stretch back. More from this side here. Push the guy back. Yes.
Is that it? Why don't we do a review on these moves, Hoist, at full speed, so that our friends at home can kind of double check and get a sense of how real this thing can work. Like I said, at full speed now. We'll do it from all the angles so that you can get a better grasp on what Hoist is doing at this point.
And the secret of the moves is set up. Okay, I'm not gonna be sitting here. Okay, 1, 2. Of course, when I practice, I'll start in slow motion. But now, hook in the neck. you.
I should have done this sequence. Squeeze this guy a little bit. All right. Let's see a couple of moves now on the ground. Pois. What I think would be a good idea for us to do is, even though our friends at home are learning and practicing these moves more and more, I think it might be a good idea to let them get a taste of what's going through your mind and what's going through my mind as we execute the moves.
So what you're saying is a strategy game.
Correct. So this way you just don't do the move, but you actually can get a feel for at what time do we change minds as far as trying this plan versus that plan, you know, that kind of thing. Why don't we start, Royce, first with you laying down. And I'll be here. And let me remind you once again that this stuff is like a chess game. Every move has a counter move. So every time I'm planning or positioning myself to try something, Royce can feel my body shifting from one adjustment, from one snug grip to another. And he should be adjusting his body so they can keep up with the same, in the same line of what I'm trying to do. The difference between the person that knows what's going on to a person that you might fight on the street that has no idea is that it's very obvious you can just go for what you want and there's no defense and you just win the fight every time. But if the person speaks, quote, the same language, he knows what you're talking about, so the more experienced he is, the more he's going to become sensitive to your positions. Every adjustment that you make, everything counts. So what I'm going to attempt to do with Royce here, we're going to do now, is to demonstrate to you exactly at what point he identifies what I want to do, therefore changing gears to another position along with me, okay? So Royce, at any time that you're going to decide to move in any direction, you want to make a comment so that your friends at home, our friends at home, can kind of grasp when do you understand what I want. Okay, so the first thing I do is that I mount on Royce. I'm here.
I'm gonna keep my elbows down and wait to see what's your plan.
By keeping the elbows here, he makes me slightly uncomfortable, because if he's not aware of the elbows, as we talked about in the past, it allows me to move my knees up a little bit, now preventing him from potentially using the elbow escape later on if the chance happens. Therefore, the elbows here are very important. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable because I know that anytime he bucks the hip up, I'm gonna need my hands for balance.
I'm gonna sit down and wait for your move. I could try to escape, but it would be much harder, because then you play defense, so it's easier for me to escape if I wait for you to commit yourself to something.
So from every move that I might try against Royce, he has something on his mind that he wants to do to counter that, all right? So he's got the elbows, he's gonna be waiting for my attack. I can't go and accomplish victory without exposing myself from being taken away, from being taken out of this position. So he knows that. It's impossible. There's no such a thing as an attack that is so efficient that the opponent has no opportunity to counter that, just like a chess game. Maybe he doesn't know what to do, then I just go in and win the fight, just like playing chess against a person who doesn't know. But the mathematics, the science of the art itself will enable the opponent to counter. So two guys at the same level, there will be a draw, because every time I try something, he counters it and so on. So once Royce has this, I'm gonna put my hand on the collar, knowing that if I stay too straight, it'd be easy for him to roll me out. I feel that. So I'm gonna slightly lean my way to this side, and I might even, because I know that he has an idea of what Jiu Jitsu is about, I might even put this leg up to prevent him from taking me that way, as we talked about a little bit earlier in the previous tape. So now I have the leg up, Royce.
First thing, when you put the hand on the collar, I want to hide the second collar, put my chin on top. Hold your arm.
Why are you doing this?
So it's delay your choke.
I see. So what you're doing this, I don't have access to the
When you go for the choke, it's harder. Instead, leave the collar open, that your hand goes right in. So first thing I gotta do is play the good defense over here.
Okay.
You put your leg up. If you keep your leg down, I would flip you that way.
Right.
You put your leg up. If you come with a choke, I'm gonna flip you back. That way, because your weight is over there.
Right. My arm is trapped. You'll be rolling the guy this way.
But your hands is not here.
Yeah.
So my move, I'm gonna have to bring my hand underneath and turn on my side. Already, Already assuming that you're gonna come for the choke.
Wait, Hoist, give me a chance. As you turn to the side, my first thought is I want to make sure that if he doesn't know this, I'm going to bring my hand. When he turns, I'm already thinking he's going to turn sideways, I'm going to bring my hand here. So that's what Hoist is saying. He keeps the head down and blocks the hole, so I can't go with this. In other words, he's reading my mind. When he turns sideways, he's already protecting himself from getting choked. So of course I'm going to think about bringing this arm under here, because if there's a little tiny space on that arm, I'm going to go through with this, use the hand to feed the collar, put the hand on the ground, and then go for the arm lock, which is not what Hoist wants. However, if we do get this far, he can again get a hold of the cloth, secure the arm, and then with the hand push my leg away, try something like this, and then get up and move on to the next move. There he is. Okay, let's go back for a second.
I won't leave my arm up.
Right. Ideally, you don't want to leave your arm up, so I never had a chance to get that far with it. So I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. And I'm saying, well, I can't choke the guy, or I can't get him on the arm lock. My next thought is going to be, I'm going to try to roll him back and go to his back, doing this move and hooking the leg like this. Okay? And once I got to his back, I had a chance to try different chokes, you know, things on that line. However, what do you do, Hoist, if the guy starts to embrace you like this? Oh, my brother, how are you? Long time no see.
I'm gonna already put my foot
But
back
I'm your
there.
friend. I just want to hug you a little bit. I don't want to break your arm.
I'm already playing the defense. I'll defend the choke.
The leg is already here, so I can't bring him over this way.
I'm gonna start turn facing him.
If I have a chance at this point, as he's trying to escape, I want him out again, because I want to stay on top. However, he's got the hand here, and he's going to attempt to bring the leg out.
I'm gonna bring my leg out.
And then end up on the mounted position. But, one second, Hoist. Instead of just letting him simply step over with the leg, bring the leg over, Hoist. Simply letting him do this. Now that I'm here, I'm telling myself, gosh, he's got himself a top position. I don't want to just put the leg down and facilitate that move. Although I'm on the bottom, I'm always better off putting him inside of my leg. So because I already have this leg trapped, I'm going to try to trap this leg by putting my hand on his knee, scooting my hip away, and putting him in my guard to do this move. So even though we reverse the position, I don't want to let him just walk over and mount. I'm going to keep him in my guard, which gives me a better chance. So now Hoist is in my guard like this.
Excuse me for a second. You're gonna attempt to put me inside your guard.
Of course. I'm going to try to do this.
I'm gonna lay down across. Put my leg up. Come this way, please. And put my leg up over here. Bring my knee snug next to your hip. So you can't put me inside your guard so easy.
That's right. So sometimes you might be able to push this leg back, take your leg out, Hoist, and get to this.
And I'll get across the side.
So what do you want to do now, Hoist?
Now, if you give me arm, I'll go for the arm lock.
Oh, that's right. We saw this one. And we also saw this one here.
I'll hold the collar
Go around, Hoist.
and walk our hand on the floor, walk around to your head. Turn you over, knee behind your back, leg up, knee on the ribs, sit down, go for the arm lock.
Right.
But that's if you leave your arm out.
Which I'm not going to, of course.
Oh, come on, you're my brother.
Sure. So I keep my elbow down here.
So,
Or
if
my
I don't-
hand under.
If I don't have the arm, I don't have the arm. If you lift your head up, I'll be watching that too. I'll come in, hold the collar, step over, go for the choke.
That's if I lift my head up, which will never happen. So in that case, I guess you have to try to mount.
Please, I'll be turning sideways and I'll step over.
Like what?
I have an option of stepping over or sliding the knee through. I can slide the knee through this way or step over.
Yeah, except, turn this way a little bit, Hoist. When you step over like this, back up the leg again, please. When you step over with that leg, go ahead. That's the time for me and everybody else at home who has practiced this move, roll you back this way. Putting me on the guard instead of having this kind of guy mounted on you. It's the last thing you want. So now I'm on his guard.
I'll put one hand on the collar. That will be my first move.
Okay, and I'll be blocking the arm so he doesn't have access to the choke as we talked about before. So I block the arm here. Okay? And I put my leg up.
Stop right there.
Yes, Hoyce.
Now it's my turn to move.
Yes.
You do a move, I do one move.
All right, go ahead.
From here, I can always uncross my legs, scoot the hip away, get ready for the sweep. And out.
And of course, if the person, when falls down, go for the choke Hoyce for a second. Some guys are gonna panic here, unfortunately, which give you a chance for the arm lock. But I'm not gonna do that, don't worry. Cross your legs again. So when you get to this position here, knowing that he might sweep me, I'm gonna get the leg up and lean to the other side. Start bringing my hand inside this way. Lowering my shoulder.
Stop right there.
Yeah. Now what?
My turn.
Now what?
I'll be thinking about the triangle. Scoot the hip away. Lock. Both hands on the head. Squeeze.
That's right, that's a good thought.
Right here.
So when I get to this, I better feed the collar and keep my head away from you.
So I can't lock
So
the
that you
leg.
can't really bring the leg around and lock it.
Yeah. Gotcha. So use the elbow.
My elbow's
Head
trapped in
up.
here, the head is up. I'm okay now. From here, I'm gonna put the back leg up, walk around, put the elbow on the ground, and lay across the side. Now instead of swinging from here, simply stepping the leg over, which gives you a chance to roll me back, I'm gonna do a different approach. I'm gonna put my leg straight back and slide my knee over the stomach.
But then I can always elbow escape.
Like
Go back
what?
for a second. If you sit down, I'll hold your hip. Get myself ready to buckle you back. But if you lay down flat and you start to get ready to slide your knee, my elbow is already blocking your knee. My knee is flat on the ground, ready to come underneath your leg. So as you mount, I elbow escape on this side. Trap your leg. And I'm going to climb up all the way to your back. Hold your wrist. Start to climb up to your back over here. Because now I have this choke and I have the collar choke right here.
I got you. However, once again, please. Down a bit more. When you do this, if you go to my back, go ahead. I don't want to just wait for you to go for the choke. So it's best for me, it gives me more space to do something if I'm not squeezed between you and the ground. So if you get this position here, as I roll, I'm gonna turn this way please a little bit. I wanna be here, keep my hand up, controlling the arm. So when you bring that hand under,
Well, but I have the choke over here.
no, you don't have the choke. You have one hand on the
I got
collar.
one hand on the collar.
Yeah, one
And
hand.
you're on the wrong side.
I know, but if I'm on this side here, and I can't go back that way because you have the weight, I'm now gonna grow up both hands like this, look at you, and using my feet, put my body underneath to go this way to get to this.
I thought it was a checkmate, but hold on. Go back for a second, please. Okay, I'm on your back here.
That's if I fall to that side,
You just turn into that.
and I do this. If I can, I'm gonna use my legs and pull my back to this side, and use the arm that you're holding the neck as a guideline to show me which way I should go, which is this way. So I'm gonna use my legs, push my body to this side, scoot my hip away, and then prevent you from mounting, or at least put you in my guard, doing this kind of stuff right here.
But what if, let's go for the what if now. You're here, your arm's up. You make a mistake, you leave your arm loose, and I come inside and start to go for
That-
get ready for the choke.
Thank you, Hoyce. I'm glad you talked about this, because at that point, I'm gonna hold your wrist, rotate your arm outwards, and then bend your arm backward like that.
Okay, that one didn't count.
Sure.
Go back.
Pega o pescoço de novo e cruza a perna.
Okay.
Pegando agora. But if you're getting ready for a final choke, it could be checkmate. Except that I got your foot, Hoyce.
No, that one didn't count either. Let's go back
I
for
know.
1 second. Right here, right here, right here. You put your arm up, right?
Yes.
You wanna fall that way,
I'm
correct?
gonna go that way if I can.
But I won't let you.
If he puts that foot out, I know that I can't go because his leg is bracing him. However, because this leg is no longer trapped by the foot, the hook, I'm gonna go to my knee like this. And bring the knee in. Lay across this side. Like that.
You lay down flat, right? You start to slide your knee through. I elbow escape. If you bring your weight back this way, I'll put you inside of my guard. And I'll go to this side. Hold your wrist. Start to climb up your back.
Okay, back up for a sec though. You might be able to do part of that, but absolutely not all the way through. Because when I do this move here, and you do the elbow escape, and I turn to this side, and you do the elbow escape on that side, I'm not just going to be falling to this side. I'm going to be here, because I want to keep you down there. I don't want you on my back. That's why, at this point, I then get up.
If you give me space, both feet on your hip, I'm gonna lift you over, go away over the mountain position.
That's a good thought. Once again, please. So by the time I get here, we have to make sure to keep this really trapped snug so that he can't push me back. Now he tries to push me back this way here, but you have to bring your knees in. Push the guy back, yes. But I'm gonna compensate by not falling back, because if I just stay like this and he pushes me back, he could take me back that way and then end up on top of me. But if I'm here, push me back, hoist, that's when I control with this hand my balance so I don't fall back, and one hand goes way back. Now this hand lets go of the double collar, feed the collar to the other hand way in, put your knee on the ground, stay really close to him, straighten your leg back, and put your elbow on the ground. This time, however, I'm going to grab the collar. Let me feel a little bit voice, please. Grab the collar, put the second hand on your belt, and jump up, putting my knee on the stomach. Maybe he will even put the leg up, giving me a chance for the foot lock. If I'm doing this, if he does something like this, I now can wrap the foot, sit back, and go for the foot lock like this. Got you now, boys? Yeah.
If you do get my foot, I want to sit up. Sweet, please. I'm going to use my elbow to knock your foot out, and my hand to lift your foot up. Fold my leg, hold the collar, come up. But, one more time please. When you put your knee on my stomach, and if your hand is on the collar, if I put my foot up, you have a chance to go for the foot lock. So I won't put the foot up. I will defend the choke. That's my main concern over here.
Because I can't get the foot lock with the hand on the collar anyways. So
first thing I gotta do is defend the choke. That's what's concerning me right now.
Right, because if you don't, I could easily go for this kind of choke here and finish the fight right there.
And I'll have to block like this.
Right. So, but by defending here, you can't do it. So now, knowing that he's defending, I'm going once again try to mount and get to this position here. Hoist now has the arm. Go hoist. He does his move, takes the guy to that side. Now he's in here.
From here, if I put my leg up, I know you can go for the arm lock.
Which arm lock? This one here, right?
Yes.
We saw that before. And then go for the arm lock right here.
Okay. So when I leg up, I'm gonna stand up, straight up, keep a good base here. Okay? You're holding on.
I'm holding on here because I'd like to do this, but there's not enough distance. Can't get you in the choke.
So I'm protecting the choke. I'm keeping my elbow in so you can't go for the arm lock. But I decide to put my knee inside. I move my knee inside of your leg, right here.
Right.
And step back and decide to go for the foot lock. Try anyways. Try to go for the foot lock anyways. Even I know that you're holding, I gotta try sometimes. Maybe you lose the grip.
Maybe I lose, maybe I won't. Sometimes what could happen though, when you put your foot here like this and going for the foot lock, is that I could try also to get your foot. And then we're gonna decide who's gonna win now. But that's on the next series. Thanks.
Thank you.
My friends, once again, I can't tell you how important it is to continue practicing these techniques slowly, fluidly, and just allowing your partner to go through every move. The idea is the repetition and the continuous, smoothly ironing out and just kind of smoothing the ball. As the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get. Have fun with the moves, and me and Royce are going to be seeing you around soon. Take care, huh? Later, Royce.
Good job. Thank you.